I'm Ethan Russo. I'm a neurologist on the human side by training. I've been involved in the cannabis space for about 24 years, dating from 1996, the year that Prop 215 began in California and initiated the medicinal cannabis movement. Um, During that time, I maintained practice until 2003, at which time I was senior medical advisor for the next 11 years to GW Pharmaceuticals, who developed the first cannabis-based pharmaceuticals. At this time, I am the founder and CEO of a new organization, cannabisresearch.org. In relation to the history of veterinary cannabis medicine, um, it's interesting to me how long it's been used. We have evidence from India that it's at least 1,000 years. Um, there are references to treatment of animals, even elephants, work animals, from that time. Also, one of the landmark studies uh, in research in general was William B. O'Shaughnessy, an Irish physician in Calcutta, who in 1838 listened to the Ayurvedic medical practitioners, took their advice, and then did various tests on domestic animals before he treated his human patients. After that, we had parallel developments of cannabis in veterinary and human medicine. For example, tetanus was treated in different species, humans and in horses. And so there was a condition that was uniformly fatal that for the first time had a successful treatment. And additionally, people would be very surprised to know that cannabis was a mainstream medicine in veterinary practice for 100 years after that time. And that was true in Europe and in North America, basically until Prohibition took hold, starting in 1923 in Canada and then 1937 in the States. About 1988, it was discovered that there were cannabinoid receptors. People had wondered about this for a long time. Initially, it was thought that perhaps cannabis worked by perturbing cell membranes in the brain in the way that alcohol does. But that turned out not to be the case. Um, this discovery quickly led, within the ensuing 4 years, to the discovery not just of CB1 receptor in the brain and elsewhere in the body, but additionally to this discovery of endogenous cannabinoids, endocannabinoids, cannabinoids within, specifically anandamide and 2-arachidonoglycerol. Um, and subsequently, studies established their metabolic and catabolic enzymes. From this, it became apparent that the endocannabinoid system, which encompassed the three things, the endocannabinoids, the receptors, and their enzymes, was a basic homeostatic regulatory system for physiology, affecting every aspect of how our bodies work. Thus, it has provided a rationale and legitimacy for cannabis-based medicines. The future for cannabis-based medicine is very bright indeed. Um, Heretofore, people have really largely only paid attention to the most popular cannabinoids being tetrahydrocannabinol, THC, and cannabidiol, CBD. But in fact, those are only two of what are about 150 different known phytocannabinoids, plant-based cannabinoids. We really are aware of the pharmacology of only about 10 more right now. But from what we do know about those, Each has very exciting medical applications that just haven't been harnessed yet. And we really don't know even that much about the remaining 150. So there's a great deal of work yet to come and great promise on the therapeutic side. This certainly would include areas that heretofore haven't really gotten the attention they deserve. That would include veterinary medicine as a whole. On the human side, certainly I would point to psychopharmacology, psychiatric treatments using cannabis-based medicines as the next great frontier. And that would also include neurology applications, particularly in treatment of dementia. This question really strikes home for me because I'm the son and brother of veterinarians, and medicine always to me included companion animals as well as human health. Um, Certainly, it's been the case that usually the results in therapeutics have been parallel. Um, Almost everything that's been developed for human medicine finds its way into veterinary medicine, and sometimes vice versa. I would like to see a greater amount of cooperation on this side so that the developments that occur in one species will quickly be applied to others. Um, but certainly, we see the situation now. There's a great deal of excitement in human medicine about applications of cannabinoids to cancer treatment in particular. It's particularly attractive because, unlike conventional chemotherapy, where it is generally toxic, and you hope that you can kill the tumor before you kill the patient, uh, cannabinoids are selective in their toxicity for tumors and are preservative for normal cells. So this certainly can be applied to the increasing prevalence of cancer that we see in companion animals. So that would certainly be an area where this kind of cooperation is going to be key. Unfortunately, it's the case that a lot of the therapeutics in animals with cannabinoids so far has been surreptitious because of laws that have been so restrictive. But hopefully, quickly, uh, we'll see that situation changing and allow progress to occur at a more rapid rate.